I started a brand new YouTube channel with 0 subscribers, and within 72 hours I knew this niche was different. These videos should not be working. They're simple, repetitive, yet somehow they keep taking over the shorts feed. This sound has been ingrained in your head for a while now, right? Along with these captions and this spotlight effect. Yet somehow no one has made a tutorial on this, or so I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Well, I'll teach you exactly that in this video, so sit back, relax, and ready your pencils. Step 1. Finding the clips. The first thing you want to do before you find your clip is pick what kind of emotion you want to convey to your viewers. That's because views are driven by emotions. Your video won't get any views if you don't pick a strong emotion first. I generally like to make videos on angry confrontations because humans are hardwired to react to anger. You can find videos like this on YouTube compilations, Instagram, TikTok, or Reddit. Just like I found this video. Now that you have your video, we can move on to step 2, editing. A word of notice: you have to add commentary to these videos, otherwise you will not get monetized. I've seen a lot of people make these kinds of videos, but the ones who don't add commentary, they don't make the videos transformative enough, so YouTube either doesn't push them enough or YouTube doesn't monetize them. So you want to add a slight commentary to your video. Now, as for the voiceover, you can either use your own voice or you can use an AI voice. In this case, I'm going to use one from biz.so, which so happens to be the partner of this video. So we are going to use the AI voiceover feature of this website. So I'm going to select the max voice and I'm going to write down my script. Check out how this wannabe thug tries to intimidate this guy only to find out he was an undercover police officer. Okay, and now we want to hit generate voiceover. And here is our final result.
Check out how this wannabe thug tries to intimidate this guy only to find out he was an undercover police officer.
This sounds good. We can now use it in the editing part. Okay, now that we are in CapCut, we want to start by importing our material. Okay, so now that we have imported our material, we're going to place it down here. This is going to be our voiceover, so we want to drag it away. And now we have the music and the video. Now we want to set the aspect ratio to 9:16. So it's vertical. And also we want to have the background blurred. So what we do is copy this. So you hold Alt and you drag. You double click here. You click below. You expand this. Now you go to Effects. You go to Blur. And you apply a blur effect. We want to reduce this a little bit. Okay, good. Now we click on the video again, the video below. We go to Adjust. We go down below. And we're going to go exposure a little bit down. And I'll click on the middle. Zoom this in a little bit. And now we can see the whole video. Okay, now we are going to do the cutting part. So we're going to take this, we're going to create a compound clip. Okay, so it's all uniform and we don't mess up anything. Okay, good. Now we are going to do the spotlight effect right here. Okay, we're going to add a freeze frame. We're going to copy this over at top. We're going to go to Video, Mask. We're going to add a circular mask to this guy. Like so. Down here, we are going to feather it a little bit. Okay, good. Now we are going to do the darkening effect. So we're going to go down to Adjust. We're going to go to Color. We're going to add a keyframe on Saturation and on Exposure. And on the first frame, it's going to be fine. A few frames later, you're just going to lower it a lot. Like so. So this highlights the person in the video. As you can see, it works. Okay, now we're going to take this, we're going to cut it down a little bit so the effect is not so long. And now we're going to take the keyframe, we're going to move it a little bit to the left so it actually fits well as an effect. And as we can see, we have the effect. Let me just move the audio a little bit because it's gonna mess up with our video. Okay, cool. Now we're gonna keep on editing the video. Here, for example, he takes too long to get back in frame, so we're not gonna leave all this empty space. What we're gonna do is we're gonna cut it. So like so. And the moment it starts running, okay, good. Like so. And now it should be a continuous effort of him running. Okay, cool. We're gonna make this a little bit longer to show that he actually went up to the window to confront. Now we're gonna mess with the effects of the video. So the text, the audio, and the sound effects. So we're gonna go down to audio. We're gonna search for camera click. Okay, this one. And camera flash. This one. Now the camera flash is gonna be used in this part where the effect is added. So we're just gonna take it right here and we're gonna match it with the darkening effect. So the moment it goes dark, the sound effect plays, okay? And this one will be the caption / action sound. So as you can hear, there's a sound right there. Okay, now that we have the sound effects done, we can move on to the captions. And this is very easy. Don't be scared, okay? So let's go to text. We're gonna add a normal text box, okay? And we're gonna move it down a little bit. And we're gonna time it with the guy, okay? So now we're gonna move it up to the guy's head and we are going to add a black square behind it. So we go to background, normal background, not a rounded rectangle. Okay, right here. And we're gonna copy it over like so. The bottom will be your title. The top will be what's actually written down here. So let's see. Dumb wannabe gangster. And we're gonna make this in red. We're gonna write gets out to intimidate. Okay, and we're gonna make this bold. Now we're gonna select both of them, lower them a little bit. Okay, and we are going to create a compound clip like so. So we can move it around, we can create keyframes, whatever, without the text messing up. Okay, good. So we're going to shorten this a little bit. And we are going to add a slight in animation. So we're going to go fade in, and it's going to be 0.1 second. Like so. And a out animation the same way. So out for 0.1 second. Okay. Now we're going to copy the text over, like so. And we're going to write something like walks over to car. So we're going to double click right here. We're going to write here, walks over to car. Okay, now we're going to go back and we can keyframe this like so. So we're going to go to video, basic, transform. We're going to click this diamond shape. And now we're just going to follow this guy around with the text. Okay, now that that's done, the text should follow him around. Perfect. Okay, and now we're gonna add the text again for him running. So I'm just gonna say runs away. Okay, and we are going to again keyframe this to the guy running. So let's do that real quick. Okay, now that the effect is done, it should look something like this. And we are also going to add the same effect for the cop. So right here. Okay, and we are going to edit this to hero cop, make it blue. We're going to write something else. Okay, like so. And now we're going to keyframe the cop as well. So the cop appears right here. We're going to add a keyframe. Okay, so now it should look something like this. Okay, perfect. We're just going to remove a little bit of the text around here because the cop doesn't show up until this frame. So right here. Now it should look perfect. Cool. Now we are going to add the music. Alright, we're going to time the moment the cop chases after the guy with the music. So with a beat drop, basically. So around here. And we're actually going to take this all. We're going to move it a bit forward because we're also going to do the hook. So around here-ish should be good. Okay, perfect. Now we just make this a little bit stretched out. Okay, cool. And now the video should look something like this. Okay, perfect. Now we're just going to do a little bit of cleanup. Okay, perfect. Now we're going to work on our hook. So we're going to take the whole video and we are going to create a compound clip. Okay, now we are going to copy the compound clip. We are going to undo. And we'll paste the compound clip somewhere around here-ish. Okay, now we're going to take this moment and we are going to add the voiceover to it.
Check out how this wannabe thug tries. Check out how this wannabe thug tries to intimidate this undercover police officer.
Now we're going to add another text box, but for our narrator. So we're going to go to the text as we did earlier. We're going to copy one of the text boxes. And we are going to change the text to narrator.
Check out how this wannabe thug. how this wannabe thug tries to intimidate this undercover police intimidate this undercover police undercover police officer. Undercover police officer. Police officer. Check out how this wannabe thug tries to intimidate this undercover.
Okay, cool. Now we're going to create a compound clip of this. Good. Now we're going to place it around the middle. And we're going to add an out animation.
Police officer. Sir.
Okay, and an in animation.
Check out how this wannabe.
And now we want to add a fade out animation. Set that to 0.2 seconds. And now it looks pretty good. Now, after doing all this, you should have your final video, which is going to look something like this.
Check out how this wannabe thug tries to intimidate this undercover cop, only to bolt off running afterwards.
And that's your video. That is all you have to do to make a video like this. Now onto the third part. By now you should have the video ready, so let's upload it. On YouTube Studio, you want to set a title that's relatable enough to the video, along with 2 to 3 hashtags. The hashtags should be at least 2 relatable hashtags and 1 general. So for example, let's say hashtag road rage, hashtag bikes, and hashtag shorts feed. Alright, now once you've done that, upload. Now wait for 3 days for the real results to come in and you should be good. By all means, this tutorial will teach you how to make these kinds of videos, but it doesn't mean that you should rely only on this tutorial alone. Soak up the information of 2 to 3 tutorials to make the best videos possible, and remember, be consistent, as consistency will make or break your YouTube journey. So get up, get to editing, and make some YouTube money. See you on the next video.